Yes, children, hello, good morning. Again, we are here to start our new class of ray optics. That is, we can say real depth and apparent depth of a tank. We are going to see how it appears, the real depth, and apparent depth, apparent depth of a tank. This we are going to see here. I mean to say a water tank appears. A water tank appears shallower, less deep than what is less deep than what it actually is. What it actually is. This I am going to explain here. So write down what we are going to see. Real depth and apparent depth of a tank. This is on account of refraction of light. This we are going to see. Is it clear? So now, dear children, write down. Earlier we have seen refraction through a glass slab, lateral displacement, all we have seen, refraction of light. You know very well what is refraction of light, a bending of light when passes from one medium to the another medium. Once the ray going from rarer medium to the denser medium, it will bend towards the normal. If the ray is going from denser medium to the rarer medium, it will going away from the normal. That all we have seen. Now here we are going to see real depth and apparent depth. So just I am going to draw a diagram and explain mathematically how it occurs. Suppose that this is the interface of water tank. Here is the object. Suppose O is the actual depth below the free surface of water PQ. This is the free surface of water. Suppose a ray comes straight first, OA. It will go along like this. A, it is O, it is A, so it is go along AA dash. A ray normally OA passes straight OAA dash. Another ray OB. This is B. Incident at an angle I. Here is the normal. The ray going from water medium to the air medium. It will bend away like this. Once the ray is going from denser to the rarer medium, it will bend away from the normal. Now here we can say the angle here is I. Here the angle of refraction is R. It is here, this angle is also I. Now it is going along BC. Here is the normal N and dash. So we can say here this ray deviates away from the normal. It is reflected at an angle R. That is along BC. When it is back take back, I will get it here. It meets at BI. This angle is also R. So it is reflected at R along BC, meet OA at I when producing back. So I can say this I is a virtual image. You can say here, this eye is a virtual image of the object O. Is it clear? Draw this diagram. Now, so eye is the virtual image of O. Eye is the virtual image of O here. So apparent depth is AI. So apparent depth is AI. Apparent depth is AI, which is less than the actual depth OA, which is less than actual depth OA. So children, in a triangle OAB, sin of pi is equal to, in a triangle OAB, sin I, that is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is OB. AB upon OB. It is clear? Yes, sir. So write down AB upon OB. In a triangle IAB, again I can write sin of R. Sin of R is equal to, again, normal AB upon hypotenuse IB. AB upon IB. Is it clear? Any doubt? We know very well sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, sir. So I can write this. Now, the refractive index of water with respect to air, that is sin of R divided by sin of I, that is AB upon IB into OB upon AB. This cancel out, so this is OB upon IB. Here is the result. अगर हम आपसे ये कहें when the angles are small, so B is very close to A. When the angles are small, so I can say B is very close to A. B is very close to A. Then what happened? When B is very close to A, so I can say, dear children, refractive index of water with respect to air is equal to see this equation. So refractive index of water with respect to air, I can write OA upon IA. Replace B by A. OA. OA is the actual depth, say it is X. IA is the apparent depth, say it is Y. It comes out to be X upon Y. So what we are observing here? So Y comes out to be Y is equal to X upon refractive index of water with respect to air. Refractive index of water is 4 by 3. That is 3 by 4x. What we are getting here? Y is equal to, the apparent depth is only 3 by 4th. Since 75% of actual depth. So 3 by 4th of the real depth of the tank of water. Write down. So I can say, dear children, I can write here the apparent depth is only 3/4 of the real depth of the tank of water, Is it clear? So write down, dear children, I can say like this. Now, similar thing, refraction effect at sunrise and sunset. One more thing I want to say here. Refraction effect at sunrise and sunset. Refraction effect at sunrise and sunset. Sun is visible to us before actual sunrise and actual sunset. The sun is visible to us before actual sunrise and after actual sunset. This is because of atmospheric refraction. It is clear? Before sunrise and after sunset. How it is, let us see. Now, we know very well that density of air is higher near the surface of the earth. Density of air is higher near the surface of the earth. So here, dear children, draw the figure first. Suppose this is the origin. Here it is the origin. And S is the position of the sun. Suppose here is the position of the sun, S. Just below the origin, before sunrise. So the rays from the sun, S, enters earth atmosphere. It travels from rarer to the denser medium. Here is the rarer medium and here is the denser medium. Here. So rays from the sun enters like this. So just to draw the figure first, suppose the ray is coming in this manner. Here it will bend like this. Bend towards the normal. Now here is the earth atmosphere. It will bend in this manner, like this, and then here it is our earth. It will go like this. Here is the observer. Here it is the observer. Here it is the observer. When it will go back, say the apparent position of the sun is S dash. Here is the earth atmosphere. Actual position of the sun is here, but the apparent position of the sun is here. Here is the rarer medium and here is the denser medium. Just again see the figure and understand the things clear. S is the position of the sun just below the origin, before sunrise. This is the position before sunrise. The rays from the sun enters earth atmosphere, travels from rarer to the denser medium. This will bend towards the normal. Here it will bend towards the normal and appears to come from S dash, that is the apparent position of the sun. This is the apparent position of the sun. Hence I can say, here is the apparent position and here is the actual position. So I can say sun appears to rise a few minutes before the actual rise. Hence I can say, hence the sun appears to rise appears to rise before few minutes. Before few minutes. Before the actual rise. Before the actual rise. कुछ मिनट पहले दिख जाता है हमारे को. And for the same region we can say at the time of sunset, and for the same region it will seen after a few minutes, then actual sunset. So the time difference is of the order of 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes in the evening. The total time difference is 4 minutes. So dear children, I can say, write down, hence the time difference is of the order of order of 2 minutes. Order of 2 minutes each. यानी कि सर 2 मिनट सुबह और 2 मिनट शाम को. तो I can say here, hence the day becomes longer. 4 minutes. Day becomes longer 4 minutes due to refraction effect. Write down. This is also very important. So see that. Now, so you can see here easily in the morning session and in the evening session the total time difference is 4 minutes. Now dear children, reflection of light through a compound plate. One more article I am taking here. Write down refraction of light through a compound plate. Suppose here we are having refraction of light through an compound plate. It is clear? Yes sir. So just draw the diagram. Here is the compound plate. Say like this. Here say this medium A, refractive index, here is B and here is C. Okay, so we are taking here 3 points. Say first point A. A ray is coming incident normally. Here is the normal. A ray is coming like this. Say at an angle of incidence I. Ray is coming from rarer medium to the denser medium, bent towards the normal. Here is the angle I. Sorry. Again, here the reflection occurs and rays go like this. Here is the angle of reflection is say R1. Again at a point P, it goes like this at C. And at last, it is going away in this manner. Say along CD. Here are the 3 points A, B and C. Here, say angle is R2. This is R1, this is again R1. Now, here is R2, this is R2. And here is again I. So what we are seeing here? Refraction of light on three surface. Suppose at A, apply Snell's law here. Refractive index B with respect to A here. B with respect to A. Sine of I upon sine of R1. Sine of I upon sine of R1. At the point B here. The refractive index C with respect to B. Here it is the angle R1. Here is the angle R2. I can write sine R1 upon sine of R2 at C. Here it is, here is A, B, C, and here is again A. So I can write refractive index of A with respect to C. Here is angle sine of R2 divided by sine of I. This all belongs to. So what we are observing? This CD is parallel to OA. Here is O. CD is parallel to OA. Multiply all these three. What we are getting? Now, so refractive index of mu BA into mu CB into mu AB. Multiply all these three, you will get 1. So I can write refractive index of BA into refractive index of mu CB is equal to, I can say here 1 by refractive index of AC. Here it is C. That is refractive index of CA. I can write inverse of it. So this is the reflection of light in a compound plate. We can easily see. Now, we are going to see TIR. What is, sir? What is TIR? Tell me something about it. Total internal reflection. Total internal reflection of light. Total internal reflection of light. Here it is called TIR. Very important article. Here TIR. Here is an interface. Surface here is XY. I am going to explain total internal reflection. It is clear? So now, suppose here O is a point object. A ray starting from O incident normally here. OA go straight AB along OA on this interface XY passes straight AB. Another ray OA1 here, A1 deviates away from the normal. Here is the normal. Here is a water. Here it is in a air. This water is a denser medium. Say refractive index is mu B. Here is a rarer medium. The refractive index is mu A. Now, When the ray goes from denser to the rarer medium, it will bend away like this. Here is OA, here A1, it will go along A1, B1. So what we are observing, a ray OA1 deviates away from the normal and refracted along A1, B1. Okay, here the angle of incidence here is I. Here is the angle of refraction is R. What we are observing here, the angle of refraction R is greater than the angle of incidence. So I can say I is less than R here. For a particular value of IC, then take here, say here, at a point A2. This angle here is equal to critical angle C. When I is equal to C, a ray refracts along A2, B2. Here is B2. When I is equal to C, the refracted ray OA2 at an angle R is equal to 90 degree. So ray OA2 refracted along A2, B2 at an angle 90 degree. Here. Then the another ray, say here A3, where the angle of incidence here I is greater than C. When the angle of incidence is greater than C, it will reflected along A3, B3 in the same medium. When I is greater than C, as for the incident ray OA3, the ray goes along A3, B3 in the same medium. It is clear, it is reflected from this interface XY. Here is Y. This is called total internal reflection. Draw this diagram. This is called total internal reflection. In the first case, when it is going normally, it will go straight. It is going along OA1, it is reflected along this. When angle of I is equal to angle of C, it will go along A2, B2. When I is greater than C, it is reflected along this. This is called TIR, total internal reflection. Draw the diagram. And what are the essential conditions for total internal reflection? So TIR, it is the phenomenon of reflection of light. TIR, it is the phenomenon of reflection of light. Here. So dear children, I can say here, what is the definition? Write down. TIR, it is a phenomenon of reflection of light into a denser medium. TIR, again I am writing, TIR is an phenomenon of reflection of light. Phenomenon of reflection of light into a denser medium. Into a denser medium. Into a denser medium. From an interface of this denser medium and rare medium, of this denser medium and rare medium. It is clear? Write down. This is TIR. What are the essential conditions for TIR? The essential condition for TIR, light should be travel from a denser medium to the rarer medium. Two essential condition. Here I am going to see the essential condition, two condition for TIR. First, the ray should go from denser medium to the rarer medium. Light should travel from a denser medium to rarer medium. Sir. Very good. And the second one is angle of incidence is greater than, angle of incidence in denser medium should be greater than the critical angle. I is greater than C. Yes, sir. So I can write here the angle of incidence is in denser medium should be greater than the critical angle. Should be greater than the critical angle for the media in contact. For the media in contact. It is clear? So I can say, my dear children, when I is equal to C, we have seen in the diagram the angle of refraction is 90 degree. When I is equal to C, R is equal to 90 degree. So applying Snell's law, see again in figure at a point A2. At the point A2, where angle of incidence is equal to critical angle, so I can write at A2, apply Snell's law, mu B sin C is equal to mu A, angle is sin 90, sin 90 is 1, so this is mu A. So mu B by mu A is equal to 1 upon sin C. So I can say the refractive index of B with respect to A is equal to 1 upon sin C. This is the formula. Write down. So dear children, this is complete for today's work. In our next module, we will see some more applications of total internal reflection and also see some more new article. Okay, bye.